football. It's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. All right, so in an interesting turn of events, it looks like I'm gonna have to apologize to the young brother from Newark, New Jersey, because just when I was ready to kind of like, he's one of them. I can't believe it, Shakur. How could you do this, man? I created the Shakur Stevenson bandwagon. I was the first one to say Shakur beats everyone. Really, one of the first people in boxing to really start saying that in the media. And then the 25% offer came in, and he turned it down with Devin. And I'm like, man, how could you do this? But it seems like Shakur had a plan all along, because he's hitting Devin Haney with the ultimate Uno reverse card. Uno reverse card like an MF. Because it's been reported that Shakur Stevenson has petitioned to become the mandatory challenger in the WBO, right? So he's trying to do everything he can to take that step with Devin Haney to become a mandatory challenger for the WBC. And now it's also been revealed by Mauricio Suleiman that Shakur Stevenson is his WBC mandatory. So he's going the WBC route, trying to become mandatory, and he is mandatory. And he's trying what he can. He's exercising his last option to become the WBO mandatory. So Shakur wants this fight, and it looked like he had a plan all along, which is why he turned down the 25%. So now it all makes sense. And I will, until I see how it plays out, for the time being, I will retract my statements about Shakur Stevenson in my previous video. All right. Listen, we're in a position now where it's like, come on, Dev. Now Devin got to fight. Devin got to make the fight happen. Because, Devin tried to make him the offer and try to flex the A-side muscle. Shakur had a plan. Shakur went the governing body route, and he used his status as a former champion for both of those governing bodies. Because Shakur has been champion at featherweight and super featherweight as well for those organizations, for WBC and WBO. So for those of you who don't know anything about boxing politics and how those things tend to work, the WBO, if you're a champion, you can just move up to the next weight class and become mandatory and petition for it. And same thing goes for the WBC. If you've been champion with these sanctioning bodies in a low weight class, it's always going to give you more leeway and the ability to acquire a title shot with the champion in the next weight class quicker, right? And so Shakur has that, and he's leveraging that, and that's a beautiful thing. So now we're going to see. Will Devin fight Shakur? Now, I got to give Devin Haney credit. I can't be no hater. Devin has shown that he is willing to fight any and all comers. When in a situation where most fighters wouldn't go to Australia and sign an unfavorable contract with a ridiculous rematch clause, Devin signed it. Devin honored it, and Devin became victorious twice over Kansas Bostos on Australian soil. A lot of people thought that Devin. I remember a lot of people thought that Devin didn't want to fight Lomachenko, because there were people here on YouTube that said Devin didn't want to fight Lomachenko. He fought Lomachenko on 135, right? So Devin has shown that willingness to fight, even though I'm not the biggest fan of him, and I think he's a basic fighter. He's a very good fighter, but he's not like special. Like a lot of people make him out to be. He's just a guy who's very good at what he does. He's an undisputed champion. He's got great accomplishments, but he's not he's not Terrence Crawford. He's not Naoya Inoue type of talent, but he's fantastic at what he does, being a technical boxer, using that height and that range and that reach, right? So now we're gonna see if Devin wants to fight. And listen, I don't want to sit here and talk about numbers and splits. Let's just hope that now that Shakur, because what Shakur has done effectively here, just to make you guys understand, Shakur has put himself in a better position to get a higher percentage of the purse than that was offered to him. Devin offered him 25%. He's probably going to get upwards of 35, maybe as mandatory challenger, 35 or 30. So he's getting a higher percentage. I'm sure he'll be satisfied with that. Devin shouldn't really have issue with it. I know Devin has a lot of belts, so he has a lot of sanctioning fees to pay. But Devin's got money. Devin didn't come from the hood. Like Devin. Yeah, but like I was saying, like Devin's got money. Devin came from a good background. Like he's not broke. So I'm saying, like, if he really wants a Shakur fight, like he said he does, 5 to 10% extra off of his purse really shouldn't phase or affect him. And really, it's a fight he should want because, let's be real, anybody who's followed the careers of both these young men know that Devin and Shakur have always been compared to each other, going all the way back in the day when they had that infamous sparring session that was on Dante's Boxing Nation. And if you know about that sparring session, then you know about that sparring session. That's actually what a lot of people, not me, but a lot of people in boxing, that's where a lot of people first heard about Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson, to be honest with you. So it's a chance for him to really get a win against one of his arch nemesis in boxing, as far as, like, they're friends outside of all this. I'm sure they're cool, but, like, as far as, one of the guys that he's always been constantly compared to, getting a win for Devin over Shakur. Like, I'll tell you, if Devin beat Shakur, if Devin were to beat Shakur Stevenson, I would look at Devin a lot differently, straight up, because I don't think he's beating Shakur. But that's where we're at. So now, we had God's plan from Drake, and we got Shakur's plan. And Shakur's plan was to really enforce the governing bodies, his status with the WBO and WBC as a champion for them, to become mandatory challenger for them belts. So he already is for the WBC. Devin's got a deadline to decide if he wants to fight Shakur at 135 and defend the WBC belt there, or go to 140 and fight Prograis for the belt up there. So there's that, and you got now the WBO involved. So the plot thickens, and Shakur Stevenson has hit Devin with the ultimate Uno reverse card. So make of that what you will. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just kidding dang it. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. We're here at the Hatanaka Boxing Gym in Nagoya, Japan. And for more great videos just like this one, make sure you guys click right here.